What is up, everybody? Arty 84 here, Wicked Explorers. By popular demand, we're back to a location that we filmed about 3 years ago. And this is a place that's kind of really special to me because this was my, if you want to call it a home field, this would be my home field. This is where I worked for over a decade growing up. We were at the Square One Mall here in Saugus, Massachusetts. A dead mall back then. If you read the last comments and check out the last videos below, you would see that people say that basically this is not a dead mall, and this mall is actually still pretty good. But people actually ask me for directions. If you look at the parking lot over here, there is nothing. We're by the old Sears. Let's check and see if we can see this. So Sears closed a few years ago. We actually did a video on the last days of Sears here at Square Mall. Cool thing about this building is that this Sears structure right here was actually the original part of the whole superstructure here of the mall. Back in 1994, this mall opened. It was the summer of '94. I remember precisely because I was here day one when it opened. And the mall was at one time a strip mall. You can Google online and check out some old videos of what the New England shopping center looked like prior to being the Square Mall. And the Sears building is actually the only building, well, the only part of the structure that has actually still existed over that time. And they had obviously renovated to make it match the mall. But when I went out, they had reduced the store down to one floor. It was just the first floor, and they were supposed to have these massive plans to develop something on the second floor, which never ever came about. And right now, the building just sits there. It's the old shipping and receiving area. You got a big item. This is where you're going to pick it up. So, just for note, it is June 30th. It is a Thursday at dinner time. So the mall typically used to be busy during this time. But we're just going to try to be kind of cool. And as security parks around here, we're just going to make sure we don't cause any trouble. Yeah, we're not doing anything wrong. We're just trying to take a look at the old mall. So let's talk. Walk through the mall. I seen two security guys. I don't want to be too obvious with filming, but everything you start filming starts looking the same after a while. So maybe I was harsh by saying it was a dead mall. There are people in there and all the stores are occupied. So I guess by definition it doesn't fall into the dead mall category, but it does fall into the dying mall category, and I'll explain why. There wasn't a lot of people in there, one. Two, most of the stores that are there are mom and pop type stores, if you will. Types of stores you'd see in a mall that isn't exactly performing well because they can't get the high-end rent from tenants. There's nothing wrong with that. It fills up the space and brings people in, but it's not exactly a premier mall. And in reality, this mall hasn't been a premier mall for some time, if it had ever been a premier mall. I started working here back in 2001, and never, the entire time I ever worked here, it was 100% capacity with 5 tenants. So, and all the stores, they didn't get the #1 type of product. We always had competitions with the North Shore Mall down the road, about 10 miles from here. So this mall has never been a premier mall. It's always kind of been like the redheaded stepchild, if you will. And I don't want to offend any redheaded stepchildren out there, but in a sense, that's basically what it was. So, with that said, the crime is probably bad. It's always been, when I was working here, the theft rate was very, very high. I could tell it's probably still that way because one thing I did notice is all the stores that have doors in the front have one door closed and one door open. And that's a pretty good indication that they want to kind of reduce the amount of flow of going in and out of the store at any time and keep an eye on people. The overall condition of the mall too is in rough shape. I'm walking on the stairwell right here. These stairwells are very rarely ever used. I probably used them twice in 20 years. I'm only using so I get to my car usually. These things were never really maintained. It's kind of surprised homeless people aren't sleeping, to be honest with you. But it's one way to get from the top of the parking garage to the bottom. I guess we're all going to the mall, and that's what we're doing. So we're utilizing it. There is a stairwell over there that I'm very interested to check out because I don't think I've ever used it, and that might be the first time. Alright, so directly behind me is Best Buy. And I used to the other doorway over there. When this mall first opened in 1994, both doors were to the service merchandise, and the service merchandise was replacing the existing service merchandise that was in the strip mall. And basically what they did was they gave them this giant lot. You can see it's huge. There's the front door there, there's another door there. And it was great. Service merchandise used to say so much stuff. This was before online shopping stuff. You had to go and pick up the stuff when you wanted to buy it. And when they went out of business, basically what they did was the big giant anchor was empty. So they decided they were going to just cut it in half. And Best Buy took over one side and has the mall entrance. The other side does not have a mall entrance because there was only one entrance directly into the mall, and that was what Best Buy took over. It is fair enough. The other side has always been gyms. There's probably been about a dozen different gyms over the years. It was a woman's only gym. It was a regular gym. I was a member of a couple of the gyms there because it was convenient when they got out of work. But there was really nothing going on there. So now it's vacant, which I'm not surprised. And most of this parking garage right here underneath is empty, which I'm not surprised. And we're gonna walk and check out that stairwell. Where the hell is it? Right there, because I've never been there before. And I'm going to show you a spot where they had a temporary filings basement during construction of this one. Like I said, I've never used the stairwell before, and probably no one's used this in a long time. And it's obviously for safety because there's something going on the top of the garage. There's broken glass everywhere, Jesus. And it's actually kind of neat because you get a view of Route 1. Pretty good in New Saugus High School, right? So, yeah. The only time I've ever seen this part of the park garage full, ever, even in its heyday, was during Christmas. Usually this is open. I actually parked right near that door over there when I worked at the Finish Line, and then when I worked at Au Bon Pain, which was in the food court next to the Taco Bell, I used to park over there. So, you know, I never really utilized much of this parking because I think I parked over here once during Christmas. But, so right behind me, right in this area right here, I'm kind of pointing, was a temporary filings basement that they set up with trills. Back when they were building this mall, they had knocked down the shopping center the filings basement was going to go in the small, but obviously it wasn't open yet. So what they did was they put a temporary filings basement, and it was located right where those trucks are. Can't see it. Right there, right on point. And it was kind of cool. And I think, but I'm not sure, maybe someone can help me with this, that was the site of an IHOP that was once there, that they knocked down after there is a potential mobster hit back in the late 80s. I think that was the location. I could be wrong. If someone's watching this and can confirm, let me know. So the future of the small. Well, longevity, I don't expect the small being around more than maybe another 5 years. The real estate on Route 1 has been so profitable that they've been ripping down these shopping center type things and these large restaurants and turning them into mixed use with apartments and stores on the first floor and stuff of that nature. And this is such a huge property. I mean, the amount of land they acquired when they built this mall, plus the amount of land they blasted back in the car. Security drove by, and I just don't want to draw too much attention to myself here. But like I said, the amount of land they have on this site would be great for potential development that would probably be more profitable than this mall. Now, this mall does have a special spot in my heart, and I will be upset the day it goes. I'll probably be here the last day, and I'll probably shed a tear or two because there's a lot of memories in this mall. Like I said, I worked here for over a decade. I started in, June of 2001, and before I got transferred, I was working here up until 2011-ish, give or take. 11-ish, 12. So, a lot of years, you know. So let me know what you guys think of this mall. What does this mall mean to you guys? Have you been to this mall before? Do you know anything about this mall that's going to happen? Fill me in, let me know. We're in Saugus, Massachusetts, Square One Mall. And thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, please subscribe. We do all types of videos. We do baseball, we do malls, we do abandoned places. We do Legos. We have a Lego city that we're building too. So all this stuff, check it out. And leave your comments below. Let us know what you think. And thank you guys for watching and sticking around. We'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.